There's a saying I've heard attributed sometimes to Minnesotans and sometimes to Norwegians, which in some cases is to say the same thing twice. The saying goes something like this, that there's no such thing as bad weather, only inadequate clothing. Some might argue the no bad weather part of that, but no one would argue with the need for appropriate clothing. The writer to the Ephesians uses the clothing and equipment of a Roman soldier to talk about how a Christian might be well prepared to deal with the challenges of life. The writer says to put on yourself the belt of truth, the body armor of righteousness, for shoes to take whatever it is that will make you ready and willing to joyfully share the gospel, to take the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit. With these things, the writer suggests, one will be able to deal with whatever may come. Things happen in life that we can see coming and things that we can't predict. Things happen that are good and some things not good. Some things we can control and some things we can't control. But with God's truth, with the righteousness that God gives, not self-righteousness, but a right relationship with God through Jesus Christ and the assurance of that, with the joy of Jesus and the good news, the gospel, with the faith that we hold up that will ward off, the writer says, all the attacks of the devil, but whatever may come our way to challenge us, that we hold up our faith to that, the helmet of salvation, the head knowledge that we are certain in our relationship and our future with God, and with the sword of the Spirit, which is God's word that Jesus used so effectively in doing God's will and in resisting the temptation of the devil, we will be able to deal with all the things that come our way, and especially the emotional and spiritual challenges, so that we can live with hope and confidence and joy and optimism and with thanksgiving. I would suggest that on days like this, when it's about 7 degrees below zero and it's only going to get colder, that under that helmet of salvation, you also wear a stocking cap. I'm Mark Erlab, Visitation Pastor at First Lutheran Church, and this is Light for Today.